How we doing out there this evening? Alrighty then. We're gonna kick it off with an old Bill Monroe number right now. This was Bill's favorite tune to play out live. It's become one of our favorites. It's called the Dusty Miller, and we hope you like it. Dusty Miller for you right there, folks. All right. We figured we'd come out swinging. Well, got some bad news, folks. We're not going to have any fiddle this evening, but we're gonna make up for it with a whole lot of mandolin. He's up to the task. I don't think we got to fear anything. We're gonna get Dad up here and do you another original tune, and this one's coming out on our third album. It's almost ready to go. It's one called Dark-Haired Stranger.
this valley in the spring of '83. 2 horses and a wagon, my darling wife and me. Built a cabin by the river, what a wondrous life we made. 20 months and 10 days later, laid my darling in her grave. This valley's wide and full of danger. Somewhere out there rides a dark-haired stranger. Gonna hunt him down and make him pay for the precious life he stole away. Well, he rode in one evening sitting on a dapple gray. We gave him food and shelter and we sent him on his way. I saw the way he looked at her with evil in his eye. I didn't like that dark-haired stranger, I was glad to say goodbye. This valley's wide and full of danger. Somewhere out there rides a dark-haired stranger. Gonna hunt him down and make him pay for the precious life he stole away. Well, I lit out the next morning, I was only gone a day. Well, that stranger watched my cabin and he saw me right away. When I returned, my darling, she was cold and near dead. She told me about that stranger with her last dying breath. This valley's wide and full of danger. Somewhere out there rides a dark-haired stranger. Gonna hunt him down and make him pay for the precious life he stole away. Sitting on this mountaintop, I'm looking down below. I smell his fire burning, see his tracks upon the snow. Although I'm not a killing man, I'm gonna take his life, for I can't rest until I have avenged my darling wife. This valley's wide and full of danger. Somewhere out there rides a dark-haired stranger. Gonna hunt him down and make him pay for the precious life he stole away.
One called Dark-Haired Stranger right there. Folks, is Jeremy Wanla still here? Right there's Jeremy. Hey, what do you guys say we get Jeremy up here and do a tune with Silas? What do you think about that? I hate to leave him here too late tonight. Folks, make sure you check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Silas Powell and the Powell family. Just type in Silas Powell. It'll be the first thing that pops up. Say you saw us here at Brooks Hill. You couldn't ask for a better place to have a bluegrass festival than right here, folks. So give Jim and everybody a big hand. We appreciate it. And thank you, folks. That's a good point. Thank you, folks, for coming and supporting live music. That's the most important thing. Just come out and support live music. That's what keeps all of us going. So we appreciate all of that.
I have to say, these are some of the best sound men I've worked with. These guys are top notch, and just give them a hand. They've really done a great job. today. These are not easy festivals. These festivals are not easy to run, and sometimes that's a thankless job, and I just want to make sure we thank these guys.
Absolutely. Well, I think Jeremy's making his way down here. Tell you what, while Jeremy's getting ready, why don't we do a Silas Powell original? Let's do a little bit of Coon Chase while Jeremy's coming down here getting ready. Original right there called Coon Chase. We're old coon hunters down from Doddridge County. I always got an old walker dog laying around somewhere. I've had Silas in the coon woods probably since he was 7, 8 years old, and he come in with that tune one night, and we was like, hey, that's pretty good, you know, what'd you name that? And he said, I don't have a name for it. And we decided we was gonna name it Coon Chase. So that's where that one came from. You can hear that one on our Hard Times albums for sale right over there. Jeremy, you ready to come up here and get with her? All right. Give Jeremy Wanless a big hand, folks, from the Frog Giggers. We all know Jeremy. Give us a gulp. There you go. Yeah. Well, folks, while we got Jeremy up here, I'm going to introduce this tune. This is a song written by a man named D. Ford Bailey. D. Ford was the first black man that ever played the Grand Ole Opry, and he was a harmonica player, kind of a blues player back in the day. And Bill Monroe was so taken back by D. Ford and what he could do and just his personality in general that Bill took him on the road. And, of course, back then in the 40s, that probably wasn't the thing to do in the Jim Crow South, but Bill didn't care. He liked D Ford for who he was and what he could do. So he took D Ford on the road, and long after D Ford passed away, Bill Monroe did this tune live almost every set in honor of D Ford Bailey, and we're going to do a little bit of it for you. Silas is going to start it out there. He's going to try to do some of D Ford's original harmonica part on the mandolin first, and then Jeremy and the rest of us are going to join in somewhat like the Bluegrass Boys did, and we're just going to see where this goes. This one's called the Evening Prayer Blues. that, folks. I'll tell you what, that's two of the best Monroe-style mandolin pickers in this part of the country right there. Gotta get this old bass up in tune here. That's a little better. What do we got there? Can you do Uncle Ben without the... Okay. I'll tell you what, we're going to do you a tune now. If it wasn't for the man that this song was written about, we wouldn't have this music we love so much called bluegrass music. We're all here because we love bluegrass music. And everybody knows the story of when Bill Monroe got on the Grand Ole Opry with Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs and how that all took place. But there was a lot that happened before that led up to that event. And Bill always credited his Uncle Pen, Pendulum Vandermeer was his name. And Uncle Pen was a barn dance fiddler and a square dance fiddler. He was friends with a whole bunch of blues musicians that used to travel through the county there at Racine, Kentucky. And Bill would listen to these guys, these Delta blues guitarists, and he'd listen to his Uncle Pen playing this square dance and barn dance music, and he thought at a very young age, if I could somehow combine what I'm hearing with this blues music and this barn dance and square dance music, he said, I think I'd have something. And that is exactly what we know as bluegrass music. That's what it became. So unfortunately, due to circumstances out of our control, Silas's fiddle's kind of out of order right now. But we're going to do you a tune named Uncle Pen, and Silas is going to play it on the mandolin, which I think he's plenty capable of doing. I'd say we can pull that off. But sing along, dance, clap your hands. We appreciate it. This one's called Uncle Pen. We hope you like it, folks. Well, the people would come from far away, the dance all night till the break of day. The caller would holler, do-si-do, they knew Uncle Pen was ready to go. Late in the evening, about sundown, high on the hill and above the town, Uncle Pen played the fiddle, Lord, how it rang. You could hear it talk, you could hear it sing. Well, he played an old tune called Soldier's Joy, then he played one called Boston Boy. First of all was Jenny Lynn to me, that's where the fiddling began. Late in the evening, about sundown, high on the hill and above the town, Uncle Ben played the fiddle, Lord, how it rang. You could hear it talk, you could hear it sing. I'll never forget that mournful day when Uncle Pen was called away. They hung up his fiddle, hung up his bow, they knew it was time for him to go. Late in the evening, about sundown, high on the hill and above the town, Uncle Pen played the fiddle, Lord, how it rang. You could hear it talk, you could hear it sing. About sundown, high on the hill and above the town, Ben played the fiddle, Lord, how it rang. You could hear it talk, you could hear it sing. Pine right there, folks. Appreciate that. You can't play a festival without playing Uncle Pine. I mean, come on. That's what started it all right there. The story behind it, anyway. What do we got there? Gonna do you a tune now. Get Dad up here to do another original for you. We tried to save some of our originals for our second set, so it's stuff that you haven't heard on a first set, if you was here for our first set. But this song, this is probably collectively our favorite tune that was on the Hard Times album, and if you guys ever listen to much Sirius satellite radio or Bluegrass Junction or anything like that, you might have heard this one a time or two. It's one called Yellow Roses, and it's one of those songs, if you listen to the words, it just might make you cry. It's one of those kind of songs. But it's called Yellow Roses. We hope you like it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Well, he married her in high school. They were barely in their teens, but they had something special, and they shared each other's dreams. Then they built a little cabin on a little piece of land. There she made a flower garden, tilled and planted it by hand. Then she won some yellow roses by the local county fair. Put them in that flower garden, symbolize the love they shared. And she loved those yellow roses. Each day you see her in the sun. In that garden she would stand, working with her gentle hands, tending each and every one. Well, they raised a little family, 3 lovely daughters and a son, and they grew old together till the angels called her home. Said he'd never been so lonely, and it tore his world apart, but he kept a flower garden, said it eased his broken heart. And he loved those yellow roses. Each day you see him in the sun. In that garden he would stand, working with his calloused hands, tending each and every one. But then one day he faltered while working in that garden there, and that broken heart stopped beating, too much loneliness to bear. Now there's no more yellow roses by that little mountain home, and the garden that she planted so long ago is all brown and overgrown. And on the hill they lie forever, side by side, but no one knows how between their resting places grows a single yellow rose.
That's an original tune right there called Yellow Roses. You can check that one out on our Hard Times album. And if you don't want to buy a CD here or don't have a CD player, I know that's an issue. You can get that album on Amazon Music, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all that internet stuff. That album's on there. So if you don't have a CD player and don't have a way to play that, you can jump on the internet and buy it that way. So make sure you check it out. We do have another album coming out here real soon, folks, and if you get on that Facebook page or you get on that website at silaspowell.com, you'll know exactly when that's coming out. It could come out at any time within probably the next month and a half, maybe even a couple weeks if we can find time to finish the photography and stuff. So what do you got on your mind, Silas? What do you want to pull off here? We're going to do you one now off that's going to be on that up-and-coming CD. It's another original. It's called Feeling Low.
Colorado pines as it wipes away your footprints in the snow. The fireplace is burning and I know it's warm inside, but my heart feels like it's 10 degrees below. As I watch the storm clouds rolling out across the great divide, wondering what I did to make you go. I know nothing lasts forever, but I thought that we could. Now I'm up here in this Rocky Mountain high, feeling low. Summertime is over and the leaves have all turned brown, and the landscape is as empty as my soul. Bitter tears of raindrops, I could feel the ocean blue, maybe wash away the memory of you. As I watch the storm clouds rolling out across the great divide, wondering what I did to make you go. I know nothing lasts forever, but I thought that we could. Now I'm up here in this Rocky Mountain high, feeling low. Be a part of my vocabulary. Now all I do is talk about the past. The winter wind is blowing through the Colorado pines, and I'm up here in this Rocky Mountain high, and I'm feeling up so lonely I could die. Yes, I'm up here in this Rocky Mountain high, feeling low.
Original tune right there, one called Feeling Low. What we got right there? Feel like doing some Lonesome Pine? Yeah. Going to let Dad sing another original right here. This one you can pick up on the Hard Times album. It's one called Lonesome Pine.
This is one I wrote way back on the meadow behind my house. Up on top of the mountain, there's a meadow, and out in the middle of that meadow is a lone pine tree. And my wife I was sitting up there around the fire with the dog one night, and I thought I'd write this song about that pine tree. It's called Lonesome Pine. Thick on the mountain high, there's a tall lonesome pine, and it stands alone for all the world to see. Overlooks the fields below and places it could never go. Lonesome pine, I think that you're a lot like me. Lonesome pine, I can't get her from my mind. She's the only girl that I could ever love. I don't wanna be like you and live alone till time is through. Without her, I'm just another lonesome pine. Side of town, and her name is Julie Brown, and her daddy owns half of Mason County. But I am a simple man, and I make my living best I can. But her daddy says she's better off without me. Lonesome pine, I can't get her from my mind. She's the only girl that I could ever love. I don't wanna be like you and live alone till time is through. Without her, I'm just another lonesome pine. Well, I don't have no riches, no silver or gold. If I did, I could go and make her mine. The simple life must be my fate. I'm $1 short and one day late. Well, I guess I'm gonna be a lonesome pine. Lonesome pine, I can't get her from my mind. She's the only girl that I could ever love. I don't wanna be like you and live alone till time is through. Without her, I'm just another lonesome pine. No, I don't wanna be like that solitary tree. From now on, I'm just another lonesome pine.
Another original called Lonesome Pine right there. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I think it's time we cut you loose. You guys ready to hear Silas cut loose a little bit? You know, we're truly blessed, and next weekend is testament to that. We're heading down to Galax, Virginia, and doing a show, the Houston Fest down there. It's pretty big festival they have at the fairgrounds down there at Galax, and it never fails, folks. When we go through the gate at Galax, 10 people holler, and they've been hollering at him since he was this tall, you know, and I know a lot of you folks out there have been watching him since he was this tall, but they all want him to play Rawhide. It never fails. Everybody wants him to come over and play Rawhide, so that's what we're going to do for you right now. We'll get old Silas up here and let him tear it loose on some Rawhide for you guys. you guys now. Rawhide right there. Dad, talk to him for a second. I gotta work on this bass for a minute.
All right, well, he's working on the bass. We are, in case you don't know by now, the Silas Powell family band, and we are 3 generations. When I'm the granddad, I know I don't look it, but I'm the granddad, or do I? But anyway, 3 generations, and sometimes my uncle Fred Zinn plays with us, and we have 4 generations, and we're getting ready to. Actually, he's in his 90s, and he come driving over last Sunday, and come up and sat on the porch, and he said, you know, I think I'm ready to cut another album. You think you can fire your studio up and cut me an album? Now, how do you tell your 95-year-old uncle that you can't cut him a new album? So. That'll be 4 generations on that album, and we're working on it.
Just got a little bit of a message, got a telegram. This is the last call for the gun raffle, so if y'all want to participate in that, I recommend you do it now. Last call.
Last call for the old gun raffle. Well, let's see what we got there on the old set list. Let's do a little bit of Long Gone. How about some Stanley Brothers for you guys out there tonight? Done a lot of Bill Monroe this evening, and you can't do a little Bill Monroe without doing a little bit of Stanley Brothers. We're going to do you one now called Long Gone. Done you wrong. This has been worth through forever. Now I'm gone, long gone, long gone. That's how I'm leaving. Long gone. Why do you cry? This is what you want, baby. Now I'm gone, long gone. Come on, son. Parting, for your tears will not atone. This is it, we're through forever. Now I'm gone, long gone, long gone. That's how I'm leaving. Long gone. Why do you cry? This is what you want, baby. Now I'm gone, long gone. bit of long gone right there. All righty. Silas is getting that up in tune there. Folks, make sure you check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's awful important to us, folks. We appreciate it. Share those videos. Spread that stuff all over them interwebs that I don't know nothing about. TikTok, yeah, you gotta check us out on the TikTok. Chastity, my wife Chastity out there, she's trying to be a big TikTok star now, so. I don't know nothing about the old talk tick. What do we got? All righty, well, we're gonna do you one now. If you was here earlier, you probably heard us do this one, but we had a request for it, so we're gonna do it again. You know, I said earlier today, every bluegrass band out there has to have at least one killing tune. This is our killing tune. It's an original called Harley Johnson. You can check it out. Check this song out on the Hard Times album. But here we go, a little bit of Harley Johnson. Harley Johnson, making moonshine is my trade. I roam from town to town and sell corn whiskey that I make. In case you didn't know it, well, I am an honest man. I won't tell you what you want to hear, and you'll know just where I stand. Myself a woman named Virginia Donahue. She done me wrong, but not for long, and now I'm paying too. 'Cause here I sit on death row with lots of time to think and contemplate the bitter wine I made I must drink. I realize that my demise is payment for my sin. If I had it to do over, well, I'd do it all again. Some information from a friend of mine in town. He told me, Harley, when you're out, your woman's stepping out. I walked across that muddy street into the dry goods store. I paid cash on the barrel for a loaded 44. Now here I sit on death row with lots of time to think and contemplate the bitter wine I made I must drink. I realize that my demise is payment for my sin. If I had it to do over, well, I'd do it all again. Street with that pistol in my hand. I saw my sweet Virginia walking with another man. Well, they laughed and talked and carried on. They noticed not my stare. I raised that 44 and shot them both right then and there. Now here I sit on death row with lots of time to think and contemplate the bitter wine I made I must drink. I realize that my demise is payment for my sin. If I had it to do over, well, I'd shoot them both again. One called Harley Johnson right there. Yee-haw. Thank you for that request. We appreciate it. That means our stuff's getting out there. We like that. You know, what's the one we do, the Come Hither, Go Yonder, or is that the, that's the fast one? There's a couple tunes I get confused in my head, but we're gonna do, you know, Bill Monroe number right now. This one kind of drives on a little bit. It's one called Come Hither, Go Yonder.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry, I was in the wrong chord.
He was in the wrong gear.
I made a mistake.
Well, that was
first one of my life.
Well, that was our teaser trailer. If you want the full thing, you gotta subscribe to us at silaspowell.com for $14.99.
That reminds me of my wife trying to drive my old F-250. She always tries to start out in third gear, not first gear. Folks, tearing that thing, he wears me out. I gotta tell you, I know he wears Powell out too. So
Powell was wore out when he started.
Let's what's the one you tuned down on? Yeah. Gonna do you another one here. This one's on our up and coming album, folks. We tried to make this second set where it's mostly different songs that you guys didn't hear on the first set, but there's a few that we wanted to bring into the second set as well. And wanted to kind of promote this third album coming up. And I'm gonna get Dad up here and let him do you one that he wrote that's gonna be coming up on that third album. I don't think that's in. All right, I'm gonna let him introduce the tune.
All right, this tune goes back when they had mail wagons going through the mountains down in the Smokies, and my wife and I like to go down to Gatlinburg and hang out sometimes, and we go to a place called Cataloochee, and we were camping down there, and I thought, boy, back in the day, kind of a love story that ends in sadness, but it's called Cherokee Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cherokee Queen. Well, I was a mule skinner for the U.S. Mail. Through the mountains I did ride. Her papa was an elder on the reservation, and a white man he could not abide. No, a white man he could not abide. Cherokee Queen, well, you haunt my memories. I see your dark eyes in the shadows of my mind. Even though I love you still, and I know I always will, Cherokee Queen, I just had to make you mine. Yeah, Cherokee Queen, I just had to make you mine. Well, we ran away to the Cataloochee Valley, where we built ourselves a home. But her papa and her brothers could not forget the fact that a white man had stolen of their own. Yeah, that a white man had stolen of their own. Cherokee Queen, well, you haunt my memories. I see your dark eyes in the shadows of my mind. Even though I love you still, and I know I always will, Cherokee Queen, I just had to make you mine. Yeah, Cherokee Queen, I just had to make you mine. They crossed High Mountain. They just could not let things be. But it was on that night I lost my one and only, to a bullet that was meant for me. Cherokee Queen. Well, you haunt my memories. I see your dark eyes in the shadows of my mind. Even though I love you still, and I know I always will, Cherokee Queen, I just had to make you mine. Yeah, Cherokee Queen, I just had to make you mine.
That's an original called Cherokee Queen right there. Leave that thing in drop D.